So should you require their advice, please feel free to approach either Rose, Andrew, Chanel, Michael, and of course, Ms. Emilia Faba, who no doubt you've had the great pleasure of meeting throughout the marketing campaign. Buyers, let me share with you the following announcements which are in place to help you bid and buy with absolute confidence here today. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer. I'll indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provides for fines for such conduct. The rules permit for vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. The contract of sale has been on display prior to today's auction. We call for 10% deposit upon the fall of the hammer and the signing of that contract to take place here today, with the balance to be paid at settlement in 30 to 90 days time, at which time the vendor will provide the lucky buyer with vacant possession of the property. All in all, quite a straightforward contract. Everything's in there, everything is quite clear. Buyers, is with my highest recommendation what we offer for your consideration and competition here today. A great opportunity for the first home buyers among us, all the investors, or you and your family to buy this ideal family home in this great family location. We only need to look across the road to see some of the infrastructure available to us, park fronted here across the road, easy access to a plethora of shopping, schooling options and transport, all within easy reach. And that is what underpins capital growth. So you can buy with certainty and security today, knowing you're not only buying a great, well-maintained home, but you're buying in an area that's going to provide a great lifestyle and further security in the future through capital growth. And that opportunity is here and now. So if you would like to get the salt sticker on the board, now's the opportunity to do just that, buyers. Where can I see a fair and reasonable starting bid for 13 Paramount? Who'd like to? At 620,000, fairly been offered now. Welcome and best of luck here today. 620 the bid. At 620,000, fairly been offered now. 620 at 620 now. At 620,000, fairly been offered. There's the bid. There's the competition. The opportunity lays with you all. At 620 now the bid. At 620,000. At 620,000, bid there once. At 620, all done. At 620,000 for the second call. At 620, done, finished. Third, final call at 620,000, all done, finished, sold out. If you've come with interest, now is the time to declare that interest at 620,000. There's the competition.
35.
Sorry?
You're taking 10.
I'm taking 10, yeah, at 620. I thought you said 35 at 30 now. At 630 the bid. At 630, fairly been offered now at 30. Same opportunity at 10 if you like at 30, got and make it 40. At 630,000, fairly been offered at 630 the bid. At 630,000, bid there. Opportunity best with you at 40 now got. At 640 and 50, can I say? At 640,000, fairly been offered. One bid not enough here today. 640 I have. At 640,000, got to be 50 in the rise. At 640. At 650,000 now. 650. At 650,000. At 650,000, bid there. 650. At $650,000 the bid. Once at 650. I'll take 5 if it helps. At 650,000, can I say 5.5? At 650,000, fairly been offered now.
Take 2.5.
We'll take 2.5 at 650, 2.5. At 652,500 now. Same courtesy at 2.5 if you like. At 6.5, 2.5 in the bids here. At 650, 2.5. At 652,500. Once at 650, 2.5, all done. Twice at 6.5, 2.5, done and finished. Third and final call at 652,500, done, finished, silent out at 652.5. Would it help you if I was to say that we are on the market and selling? The keys are here. We do sell here today. If you're waiting for a halftime break, if you're waiting for me to go inside and seek instructions and then come back out, that won't be happening here today. My instructions have been sought. They have been given. They are to sell at 652,500. The bid is here. The keys are here. We're on the market. We play for keeps. We sell away. If you've come to buy, bid me now or forever hold your peace, because we're selling at 652,500. Bid here, keys here. We sell once at 652.5, all done. Twice at 652.5, done and finished. Third, final call, 652,500, all done. All finished, All silent and out at 652 and a half. Are we absolutely done here? We are selling on the market and selling, about to sell over here. If you're here to buy, this is the time to get back involved. Need to know. Otherwise, I'll sell there. On the market, selling, no second chances. Now's the time. Dig deep if you're here to buy at 652,500. Yes or no? I think I need some thinking music. Doo doo. At 652 and a half, bids there. We're selling once, twice, third, final call at 55 now, 655. Welcome and best of luck here today at 655. Might bite on one bid, rarely happens. Might happen for you today though at 655 the bid. You had those keys for so long in your hands. They've been ripped out of your hands now, but you do have the opportunity to get them back. Need a bid though to get you back on top. The bid's there, the keys are there. We are selling at 652,000. Fairly been offered now at 652, at 655, sorry, 655. Bid there on the market and selling at 655. Fairly been offered at 655. Bid there. Opportunity here might be the last call at 655,000. Once at 655, all done. Second call at 655. I will at 655 and a half and put you back on top for half at 655 and a half now. It was a good bid, wasn't quite enough though, 655,500. Second bid might be the winner for you at 655 and a half. At 655,500 now. At 655,500, bid there now, keys there now. Opportunity back with you at 655 and a half if you come to buy. Show me now at 655,500. First call at 655,500. Done. Second call, 655 and a half. Done and finished. Third, final call, 655,500. All done. All finished. All silent out at 655 and a half. Are we definitely done over here?
We're thinking.
Still thinking at 655,500.
thinking.
Are you absolutely sure? I need to know. I need to know quickly though because we're about to sell over there at 655,500. What do you say? At 655 and a half. You don't want to see me next week. Get off the market at 655,500. Fairly been offered once, twice, third, final call 655 and a half. Done, finished, silent out. 1,000 at 656 and a half at 656,500. And was that enough? Are we done over here at 656,500? Thank you for your bid here today at 656,500. Bid there. Take me to 60 at 656 and a half. At 656,500. Bid there, keys are getting there. We're absolutely done now. 656,500 now the bid. At 656 and a half. Fairly been offered. First call at 656 and a half. All done. Twice. At 656 and a half, done, finished, third, final call, 656,500, done, finished, silent out at 656 and a half. Are we definitely done here? I need to know. At 656,500. Love to give you all the time in the world, sir, but we do need to get the job done here today. 656 and a half, the bid's there, the keys are there. If you've come to buy, now is the time to show me. At 656 and a half.
500.
At 657 here, at 657 I have now here, at 657,000 and back against you at 657. At 657,000, fairly been offered now at 657 the bid. At 657,000, at 657,000, how about 60 in the rise? At 657, fairly been offered at 657, bids there, keys there, back in the centre, opportunity on either side, at 657,000. At 500, 657 and a half now, 657,500. At 58 now, 658. At 658,000. Small bids are easy to counter, big bids buy property. At 658,000. At 658,000. Can I suggest 60 in the rise? At 658, fairly been offered now at 658. At 658,000, bid there, keys there. Opportunity here and there at 658. Once at 658,000, all done. Second call at 658,000. Done and finished. Third, final call. Are we done? Are we finished?
659.
at 59, at 659 and 60 beckons now. 60 got at 660 the bid now. At 660,000, bid straight back there at 660. At 660,000, going to be decisive if you want to buy. Dig deep if you want to buy here today. At 660 the bid. At 660,000, how are we going over here? At 660,000 and a half. At 660 and a half. At 660,500, don't walk away for half. At 660,500, the bid's there. The keys are back there at 6605. At 660,500 now, fairly been offered at 660 and a half. At 660, at 661 now the bid at 661. At 661,000, fairly been offered at 661. At 661,000, bids on my far right there, opportunity here and here at 661 the bid. At 661,000 once, at 661,000 twice. For the third and final call at 661 the bid. Done. Finished. Silent out at 661. Are we done here? Or is there anything left in the tank? You're absolutely sure? This is the time. Lay it all on the table, walk away knowing you gave it your best, or walk away with the keys. At 661,000, don't walk away with any doubt. At 661,000, the bid's there. Definitely done. At 661, what do you say? She makes a good point, Chanel. At 661,000, bid there, keys there. I'll circle back and a half now at 661 and a half. At 663 now, the quick retort at 663,000. At 663,000, bid straight back against you. Bids there, keys are there. At 663,000, and we're selling. At 663,000, there's no second chances here today. No more opportunity to get 13 Paramount. The time is here. The time is now. At 663,000, bids there, keys are there. Are we done now? Definitely done. You told me that once or twice before at 663. For sure this time. Thank you very much for your bidding here today. At 663,000 bids there. They tell me they're out one more to beat and the home is yours at 663,000. But I do need to know at 663 the bid. At 663. At 65. At 665 3.5. At 663 500. At 600. At 65 now. 665 the quick retort again at 665. Pressure straight back on you at 665. At 665,000, you did have the keys for a moment there though. In between 665, the bid's there. At 665,000, bid there in the beautiful parkland opposite your future home. At 665. At 665,000, fairly been offered at 665 the bid. At 665,000, first call at 665, all done. I'm not that cheap, man. I don't look that cheap to you. Do I? At 665, the bid's there. At 665, at 665,000, fairly been offered. 250 is an easy bid to beat. They'll just come straight back on the top, make it a big bid. That's what buys property. At 665,000, the bid's there. The keys are there. At 665, the bid. At 665,000, the time is now. At 665 and a half. At 665 and a half. At 665,500 now. At 665, we've lost him. At 667, yeah. At 667, at 667 now, at 667,000, you're absolutely sure? At 667,000, we're done? At 667, bids there, keys are there, 67 the bid, 67 the bid, at 667, once, twice, third, final call at 667,000. Bid here, keys are here. We're done over there. I assume they're gone. Done over here. Definitely done. Thank you very much for being here today. 667,000. Once, twice, third, final call. All done, all finished, all silent out at 667,000. We are selling, selling, selling. So congratulations and well be. Please join me in congratulating our purchasers and our vendors here today. You've just witnessed another successful Harcourts Rata & Co auction. Have a great weekend and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.